Hey guys, welcome to another one of our reviews. I'm the Worm, this is the Proton. Today we're doing a review of a mechanical mod that I bought. I bought this from Modsandatties.com. I'm quite sure most of you know about them now. They're all about their clones. Lovely. And yeah.
There you go. Right guys, what we're doing today, as Worm pointed out, he bought this from Modsandatties.com. We are doing the Hcigar brass Nemesis clone. Alright, so it's there already, we've just said that. Few particulars, not the same one as you get on FastTech, we don't believe. That is what it is. $29.50 for the clone from the UK, which I don't think is bad at all, since the FastTech redeemable one is like 21 quid we paid for them anyway. Yeah, I paid like £9 delivery, but I also got a couple of mods and stuff as well. So, yeah. But it was next day and it was awesome stuff. So obviously thank you to Phil and the group at Modsandatties.com. Yeah guys, so what we're doing is a Hcigar brass Nemesis clone from Modsandatties. Worm is going to do a close up of this one, nice little show you about it and that, and then we'll come up to us again and in traditional fashion talk lots of rubbish.
Right guys, this is the up close of the Nemesis from Hcigar. Obviously comes in a nice little box like that with a little Nemesis, oh it's not focusing, little Nemesis logo up there. We'll take this out, if we can get it out of the box. You'll notice straight away that one section is shinier than the other. The rest is patinaed where I've been using it, but this has been the kick and the actual beauty ring I've been not using, so it's been back in this box. So just bear that in mind. We didn't have any brass with us to clean this one up, but that's your logo there, and your logo on the bottom there, which is the new full train logo. We'll just quickly show you the difference. That's the older logo, and that's the newer one on the brass one.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. Okay. We'll take the top switch off, show you quickly just to show you that. You'll see it's 510, obviously adjustable centre pin. This one is very tight on this, so it can be adjusted. It's just a little bit tighter than the actual brass, the stainless, the one we got down there. I'm assuming just because it's slightly better made. It does feel slightly better made all round, to be honest. But you can flush mount on this and then adjust your centre pin to where you need it, which is always good. So put that down. Obviously you've got your kick ring. Throwing that around, there's your beauty ring, sorry, and your kick ring, which I haven't been using, that's why they're still so very shiny and brassy. Obviously you can change your tube sizes out, comes all apart. Let's take the switch off, and you got your locking ring. I'm not going to take that off, but there's your locking ring. Alright, put that back on to there if we can. Yep, put that back onto there. Upgrade on the switch. It doesn't come like this, it does actually come with a spring. I haven't actually got it with me, but I put the magnet upgrade in this, which one of our subscribers sent down to us. Shell, she knows who she is, so she sent me down some magnets, and the magnets are working a treat in this. With the magnet upgrade and using the standard screw, you can't actually use the beauty ring because the battery rattles, which is what you don't want. If you talk to Neil on our Facebook group, he can actually supply you with some M5 screws that do make this so you can use it with the beauty ring. I mean, it's up to you if you actually want to use a beauty ring. It doesn't bother me, so I haven't actually got it in this. I did notice that on this, the first time I took the 510 connection out, positive pin, it was it was a pain in the arse to get back in, let's be honest. And when I tried to put one in the bottom switch, actually, because I didn't actually have the magnets when I first got this, the screw was tight to go in there, and I didn't want to ruin it basically, but hopefully this is just a one-off, and future screws probably work. I think the screw that I've got, I've actually damaged the first beginning bit of the screw, so that's my fault rather than the actual one that Neil supplied. So if you get onto him, he'll sort you out. But I've got the magnet upgrade in this, and this is working a treat without the kick ring. I mean, the throw on it is nice and small. It's a nice resistance. It's not too hard, but it's not soft enough that I can stand it up with an ATI on top. So top marks for these magnets that go into the NEM. I would highly recommend getting them if you can get a hold of them. But yeah, that is the brass NEM up close and personal. I'll just show you that logo again just so you can see it a bit more detail if it focuses. There you go. And on the back you've got the Nemesis and a serial number and the train on the bottom. But we're going to come back up to us now guys, and we're going to have a monumental flap like we usually do. Guys, that was the up close of the brass NEM that I got from Modsandatties. Obviously it's a Hcigar version, not the FastTech version. I pointed out in the close up that the top 510 silver plated adjustable 510 is it was a little bit stiff for the first time I took it out. Before I took it out, the threads in it was really smooth, but when I took it out fully, the threads seemed to close up. I think it's because I took it out after the second day and it was still kind of newish sort of thing, and it just wasn't grooved in properly. And but when I put it back in, it's a little bit stiff, but I prefer it because when you actually tighten up onto your battery, unlike the stainless steel version that I've got from FastTech, the actual screw doesn't twist when you put it onto the battery, so it's not making a connection and twisting as well. It just it seems better made, to be honest. And the bottom screw, the bottom button as well, even when I had the springs in it, it felt a little bit more resistant than the springs felt more resistant than the ones you get from FastTech. So they've obviously updated them slightly.
Better quality in it because it's Hcigar and not whatever the other one is.
I haven't tried a FastTech brass version, but this does. I can't explain it. When you look at them, they both look exactly the same made. They're very similar, and like the design's spot on both of them. The beauty ring and all that is all really good, and the locking ring is all really good and well made, and all the threads on them are perfect on both versions. But on this, when you hold it, it just feels better made, if that makes sense. It's not saying you can look at it and go that's better made, it's saying you've got a feel. And when you're actually using it, I mean, like I said in this, I put the magnets in it. I didn't have the spring here to show you, but I've got the magnets upgrading this, and I had them in my stainless one at first. Didn't feel that that nice at all, to be honest. It was just still a little bit, the button kind of wiggled on the stainless one I got from FastTech, whereas I've got them in this one, there's no wiggle playing it at all. Every push seems to activate the device. There's no kind of like, even on the edge, it's a little bit stiff like it's going to be, but it's nowhere near to the point where on the stainless you couldn't even fire it if you were trying it on the edge, but the brass one you can with a little bit of pressure sort of thing. But yeah, overall it's just, if I was going to buy it again, I'd get the stainless steel one from Hcigar from Modsandatties, to be honest.
There you go. Little bits and bobs from me. As far as everything goes with the device in general, very well built, brass, love it, awesome stuff. Be aware it's going to patina like a bugger because all brass does. Get your brasso out and polish it up.
You saw that in the close-up.
There you go, you did. I mean, you saw the finished difference between the ring that one hasn't been using and the ones that's obviously regularly in use, and there is a difference in there. With the magnet upgrade, the switch is obviously, I prefer it. That is just what it is. They're readily available. Modsandatties may even get them in at some point. We don't know that for sure, though. We're not saying they are, but we're not saying they aren't either. What I will say is, I agree totally with when I had the VW Nemesis from FastTech, and I couldn't stand it. I really couldn't stand the bloody thing. I know we've yet to do a review on that. This is one of the reasons why. But the switch, even as stock, I mean, the main problem with me with the other Nem is that the switch was pony. With this, the switch doesn't feel that way. Even before put the magnets in there, the spring felt like it had more tension in it. It felt like it was more solid in general. The switch press was nicer. It wasn't as clunky, and it's all about that. The tube quality, obviously the brass much heavier. Apart from that, we can't say because you're comparing stainless steel and brass and they're not comparable. Top cap feels a bit more tight knit and closer together. But that is what it is. We'll go into a 5-point hitter because we're just rounding the same stuff already. Oh,
one last thing is the airflow control on the actual ring at the top. On this brass one, it takes a bit of effort to turn it. Whereas on the stainless one, you can literally turn it while it's in your pocket. It does seem to just free flow around there. So like I've had occasionally, like where I've had bottom fed air devices, which obviously I need to have the air control on. I've got to take a pull and not realise I knocked it off on the stainless one and can't do anything. But on the brass one, never had that issue because it just doesn't move to that extent. Even when it's juiced up, it's still stiff enough to not just move around for use.
There you go. As we said, guys, do a quick 5-point hitty dingle. So do you want to hit first? I suppose you should hit first since it's yours. So the looks would be the first one.
It looks exactly like a Nem does. I mean, to look at it, it looks exactly the same. It's got all the logos in the right place. The logos are very well done. If you like the look of the Nem, you're going to like the look of the clone, to be honest. They're exactly the same looking. There's going to be slight differences in quality, but there always is when you're buying clothes. So looks on it though, it's a 10. I love the look of the all Nemesis. I think they all look good.
There you go. As one pointed out, the labelling and the logo is lovely. Laser printed on there, and it is what it is. All right, let's face it, it's a clone. It looks like a clone. It looks like the real thing, but it's a clone. Yeah, for me, looks. 10. I can't not give it a 10 because I love the way the Nem looks. I'm just not in love with the Nem in general.
You don't like how the Nem uses more than anything, is it?
Yeah, no, it's kind of a bit of everything. But yeah, it looks for me, I'm going to give it a 10 because it does a beautiful 22mm. So finally that cape on has something that's really nice to sit down and get in bed with, and it looks awesome. Even the satin K on the brass Nem clone looks awesome, so even better. I mean, if you've got the nice stainless steel one, you've kind of got a hybrid look going on as well because you can see everything perfectly flush, so awesome stuff. Looks 10.
Usability, I mean, it's a mechanical mod. I mean, there is adjustment you've got to do every time you put a new atomizer on it. It's the same with any adjustable mechanical mod. It's not hard to do, it's just getting used to doing it basically. Other than that, I mean, if you've got the brass one, if you want to keep it unpatinaed, you've got to keep brass in it. But if you don't like me and you brass it once every now and then when you can be bothered, it's going to be a 10 in terms of usability. There's not much really to use with it, especially this brass one. I mean, the stainless steel one that we got from FastTech, a little bit more usability going on there just because of the issues it has with the switch and some of the other things going on in it. But the brass one so far, no issues. It's not killed any batteries, unlike the stainless one from FastTech, though. I will point it out, that was the FastTech one.
It wasn't Hcigar.
No, it wasn't Hcigar, but the Hcigar one, never had a problem with it. Just keep your battery charged, basically.
There you go. Usability from me, as well for that, it's a mech. These are usually 10s unless they've got sort of gripes that really got on the nerve. Adjustment in this one, but you have to adjust it every time you change an natty, which is a good thing because I'd rather that than have no adjustment at all, like the Magneto, for example. But it's unscrew the screw, put your atty on, screw it back in, job done. Usability is definitely a 10, even more so than it would be, for example, with the Hcigar, adjusting for battery rate and all that kind of stuff in there. With this, you screw the switch in. If your switch goes all the way in, so you can't push it, you undo your switch and undo your silver contact that's in the switch a slightly little bit, and then that will give you the extra length you need. It's actually very easy mod to adjust, probably one of the easiest, to be honest. Just definitely a 10 for usability.
Maintenance, keeping your contacts clean on your bottom button switch and on your top 510 inside where the battery goes. Obviously keeping the actual 510 actually clean as well. Same as with any other kind of mod really, keep your contacts clean. This is a brass one. If you want to keep it shiny, you got a brass over it, you know. It's one of those things, if you like your brass really shiny, you're aware of this and you're aware of this going into buying it. If you're going to be keeping this clean, like brasso and that, maintenance is going to be like a 9 because it's just more time taken than anything else. If you're just like me and you're just going to clean it whenever you can be bothered, it's a 10 because it doesn't bother me if it's patina, it doesn't bother me if it's shiny. It's just keep those contacts clean and keep your battery charged.
There you go. Maintenance for me, it's a mechanical mod. You've got to clean your contacts and put a battery in it. That's it. It's a 10. As Ron pointed out though, it is brass, same as any other brass mod. It's a 10 if you can't be bothered to polish it. It goes down depending on how often you want to polish it. That is as simple as it is, but it's as easy as it gets in terms of maintenance. That's where I'm going to leave it. So it's
yeah, it's not like other brass ones where you've got to kind of get into lots of grooves.
It's not like this, for example. Yeah. Not like that, for example, where it's just ribbed for her pleasure. Everything
is smooth. It's really quick and easy to use brasso over. You literally coat your brasso on there, wipe it off, it's done.
Jobs are good one.
We normally do flavor and favour, obviously because it's a mechanical mod. We do build quality and price. For its price, it's a 10. It's £30 for as close as you're going to get to a Nem, because it is spot on, and the build quality is amazing. It's like I said, the button in this has been obviously given a better spring than it does from the FastTech version, and the fact that everything is a little bit tighter, I prefer because nothing's going to fall loose on you. So yeah, the build quality is a 10 for its price, and for the price it's a 10. So
build quality for me in general, if I picked it up, I'd say it's very nicely built. But yeah, build quality for the price especially, I mean it's definitely a 10, and the price isn't high, which makes it very, very good indeed. So build quality is a 10. It's a very, very nice mod to use. It feels very nice, and it's even in comparison to the FastTech angled one, it still feels very, very nice to use. So that is what it is. Maybe it's because it's brass. I prefer brass, and brass is heavier, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case anyway. So yeah, build quality and price definitely 10s overall.
I want a Nemesis. I just can't justify buying one at the moment when I keep throwing loads of money at so many clones, and you've seen our channel, we've got so many clones on there now, and there are more coming.
Loads more coming.
Yeah, and I can't justify paying £130 on a proper Nem when I can go out and buy 5 clones of high-end mods and be more happy than I would be with one Nem.
There you go, that's honesty at its best. Did you go overall?
10.
Okay. Overall for me, everything's been a 10. How can it not be a 10? It's got to be a 10. Obviously, guys, it's down to your personal. If you don't like the look, you're not going to like it. Other than that, you're going to love it. So yeah, it's definitely a 10. I do just want to throw in the bowl though, the FastTech one, as we pointed out at the beginning. We paid just under 21 quid when it was free delivery. Admittedly, it took like 4 years to get it. But yeah, we paid like 21 quid. So we're only paying on this site. We'll call it a tenner to be generous to FastTech. And let's face it, I hate doing that. But we'll call it a tenner more for this version. And I've got to say, Modsandatties service is wicked. Phil is a wicked bloke. It was next day. You get it in the UK. And you're paying a tenner more. Typically, FastTech would be in the UK. Take the Typhon for example.
4 weeks later.
In the UK, 40 odd quid, or Modsandatties it's 33 odd quid, and you go on a FastTech and it's like 13 quid. So it's a more of a saving there. And again, you'd have to wait forever. And the one on FastTech isn't a Hcigar and it's good, but we'll get to that. We've got them coming. But with this, the saving, for me, I'd look at it and go, well, I go onto any UK site and I'll go, I'll upgrade shipping for 3 quid. Thank you, I'll have that next day. 10 quid and you get it like 14 years earlier. I'll have that all day long, thank you. So definitely, typically it'd be, oh, it's a 10, slightly more, la 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 la. But no, it's fractionally more when you consider, all things considered, especially for next day and a wicked service. So yeah. Very rare, but fuck FastTech off and get it from Modsandatties for this one, guys, because it's just by far and away a better service and a better product. That is what it is. I think that's pretty much it, guys.
I can't really say much more to that. I mean, I'm in love with Modsandatties at the moment. I keep looking over there and it tempts me so much. And it's kind of like, Modsandatties, check bank balance. What can I buy?
How many of these clones shall I have today?
So, I mean, it's just worth paying that little bit more for a good clone and the service you get over there as well. So
there you go. Yeah, it is, guys. They're definitely a higher standard anyway in terms of everything. Let's face it. You email Modsandatties and you get a response very quickly. You email FastTech, you're lucky if you get a response, and then the quality of the products is better. Yes, you pay more, but you're supporting a UK vendor. Yes, they're Chinese products, and who cares? The money's going into our tax, and let's have it. But yeah, if you can, guys, and you want it now, Modsandatties definitely. I think we're done.
Yeah,
we are done. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been Mr. Proton. This has been The Worm. We'll see you soon.